Let's just be real. There's no arguing that. She belongs there. And if you disagree, you're wrong. Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name's Marcus, aka Cham, and welcome to our first ever Genshin Impact 4-star character tier list. We did this live, and we're going to be continuing to do stuff like this live every Friday morning. We're going to do tier lists, reviews, and a lot of other cool stuff dealing with Genshin, which is one of our favorite games here in the community. But when we started doing this, I didn't really know what it wanted it to be, and so you're going to see a couple 5-star characters in the video. Just know that we're going to get to that this week. So we're actually going to do a part 2 of this video on this Friday's stream. So if you enjoy stuff like this and you want to be with us live in chat when we do these tier lists, please consider subscribing to the channel. Enjoy the video. I hope you guys like it. We had a lot of fun hanging out in chat talking about this stuff, and I hope you enjoy it. So check it out and see what you think. Let me know if you disagree with me or agree with me in the comments below. I've never done a tier list before. This is going to be my first one. So I have chat here helping me. Thank you, chat. I don't have all of these characters, so I can't give an honest opinion on many of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the characters that I have, know, and love, and I'm going to place them. And then the remaining ones, I'm going to have discussions with chat to see exactly what they think about this. So first off, Benny as S tier, but I'm going to put a little caveat to that. We're going to put one right here. We're going to put one right here. We're going to do this. We're going to go like this. Boom. He gets his own at the very, very bottom. So there we go. Benny, unfortunately, C6 is bottom tier. Bottom tier. The worst. The worst. But we're going to start off with 4-star characters. Okay, I have not used her. I don't like her voice in this game, at least in the English version. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to place her right there. If you guys got arguments against it, I'm sorry, but just for my short interactions with her, I have not enjoyed it. It has not been very, very fun. Amber, unfortunately, Amber, I'm not going to put you D tier because you have a special place in my heart, but Amber I'm going to put in C tier simply because she's your first range character that you get, and I actually enjoyed her as a pyro character, and I used her in Dragonspine and her and Benny, and I appreciated her, and I like her as a character. So she's going C tier for me. Diona, you know what? I'm going to put Diona at... This is tough, chat. A or B? A or B? I want to say A because she was my first healer, and I truly appreciate her, but I think she's probably B tier. So I've never fully built her. A tier? All right, chat's disagreeing with me. I will hear this out. I'm torn. My experience with her, but I've never built her either. She works well for shielding, and I think that's why I didn't put her at A, is because my experience with her shielding has been poor, but that's also been on my end because I've never built her up. All right, chat has usurped me, and she is now A tier. A tier Diona. Let's actually hold up. I'm gonna do this. Where are you, my sweet little kitty lady? There you are. Okay, yes. So I only have her to level 60. I've done literally nothing. I have C1. What is that? A lingering lever. Or lingering flavor. Generates 15 energy for Diona after the effects of signature mix ends. The shield created by a hold attack will gain 75% damage absorption bonus. The shield has a 250% cryo damage absorption bonus and will cause your active character to become affected by cryo at the point of formation for a short duration. So what is this based off of? Okay, here we go. Fires and icy paws. The shield's damage absorption scales are based on Diona's max hit points, and duration scales off of number of icy paws that hit their target. Okay. All right, and then this is character shielded by icy paws have their movement speed increased. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that. Have their movement speed increased by 10% and their stamina consumption decreased by 10%. Wow, what is this then? I don't even have this unlocked. Opponents who enter the AoE of signature mix have 10% decreased attack. Wait, what? Oh, opponents. So that's a debuff then too. Oh, yeah, she A tier, chat. Okay, I take that back. My assumption of her being B tier is very misguided. You guys are right. You guys are super right. Let's just keep going through some 4 stars. Barbara. Where are you guys at with Barbs? With Babs? See, I would still probably lean more towards B tier on her. She's got what? She's got pretty intense hydro application. And she does heal everybody off the field too, doesn't she? I'm gonna say she can heal, but you don't need it a lot. That's true. Once you're kind of like into, I don't want to say like big boy land, but when you get into higher ARs, that's what I should say. When your AR is higher, really, you're not as concerned with that because you're looking at rotations and whatnot. We're gonna go B for Barb. B for Barbara. It's perfect. This one's near and dear to my heart too, because she was my first. I shouldn't say first. She was one of my first 4 stars that I was really excited to get official, because I was excited to have some electro application so I could do superconductor with Eula, because Eula was my first 5-star. I'm in this neck of the woods, chat. I'm really more here than here. I have her at C5 and she rips pretty hard. But where are we at? Official, I'd say without cons, say is A tier. So we're leaning towards A tier. Yeah, I guess then with no constellations, if we're going no cons and we're going just straight up full on talents, I'm gonna say A. A it is. S tier probably at C6. Let's go on to Noelle, my first ever pull, like every other Genshin player in the world. Noelle, baseline, no constellations, full stat or full talents. So what do you guys think? I'm thinking I want to say more B tier. B tier. Because you've got Diona up there and I'm kind of basing this on some of my personal experience because I had Diona so early into my playthrough. That I don't want to say it made Noelle. Noelle was my main DPS for a long time, but as soon as I had somebody else better than her, she was off the field. So I'm thinking B, but I'm curious to think what you guys have to say. I'm biased towards Noelle, but baseline stat, she's D or C rank. Okay. Man, we're taking her low. So I baseline, because I've heard at C6, she's just a freaking powerhouse. Constellations, I got your back. Sweeping time and breastplate are both in effect. Yeah, so C1's nice because that's guaranteed heals, which is awesome. Decreases the stamina consumption of Noelle's charge attack. That's C2 is kind of meh. But I did do her her charge attack a lot. Increase the level of breastplate so her shield just gets better. When breastplate's duration expires or is destroyed. This is kind of cool because this gives her more like an AoE geo damage effect. Yeah, it will deal 400% attack of geo damage to support surrounding opponents. So that's actually kind of cool. That's awesome. And then increases the level of sweeping time by 3. So that's just a upgrade. Increases Noelle's attack by additional 50% of her defense. Additionally, yeah, so wow. At C6, she would just be insane. I'm going to go back on my B listing. Go with chat. Noelle's going C. Rank C. Oh, here we go. Sucrose, chat. Sucrose, where's she going? Sucrose, again, C0, but maxed out talents. I'm partial to her. I would say, again, no constellations, chat. How are we feeling about B? I feel like with constellations, it's no questions. It's A. I think baseline, she's B. I feel like, oh man, because oh god, her Q is super good. Go look at constellations. Her constellations are nutty, dude. So we've got her at C1. Having 2 E's for her is great. C2, the duration of forbidden creation, isomer 75 type 2 is increased. Oh, that is really nice. 2 whole seconds? Man, maybe I should have pulled for that. So that's cool, but that means you've got to be... she scores against opponents. You have to keep her on the field for that. So C4, I don't know if I love that. Constellation 5 on this, level up. And then C6, Forbidden Creation, Isomer 75 Type 2. Triggers an elemental absorption. All party members gain a 20% elemental damage bonus for the corresponding... Ooh. That's kind of nifty. That's kind of interesting. I feel like that could be good for some spiral situations, but you'd really have to be on the ball with what element you're having absorbed. I would say honestly a C3 Sucrose could be really, really cool. Anything after that I'm sure is all right, but I don't love C4. C5 is nice because, so I mean, you can take it or leave it, but I don't love C4. C5 is great. This one kind of gives me C6 Benny vibes a little bit. Interesting constellations. I don't want to say that's a nerf, but you got to be very meticulous about that last constellation, I would feel like. So we're gonna keep Sucrose at A tier. Let's go with one I'm not familiar with. I'm gonna let you guys do this. Razor. Where's Razor going, chat? He's physical build before Eula was, so he was the physical Claymore user. Chat, what do you think? B? C? Where are we at? D, because physical damage is not great as meta standpoint. That's true. Physical damage needs to get some more usefulness, I feel like. It really does need to get some more useful. So we're going to compromise. We're going to put Razor at C. So if you're a Razor fanboy or you enjoy him, sorry. I like him. I like his design. I like his story too. He's really, really cool. So I'm not willing to put him down to D tier. Not willing. But I kind of agree. Physical DPS, unfortunately. So unless you're going you're nuking people like Eula is. So C tier it is. All right, sweet. All right, this one's easy. Next. Let's just be real. There's no arguing that. She belongs there. And if you disagree, you're wrong. You're wrong. So there's no debate. So Toma, chat. I don't know much about Toma. All I know is that, you know what? I want to put him right here. I'm just going to put him right there simply because he gets me more fish. C or D? I want to put him at B just for the fishing talent. But I'll put him at C. I'll put him at C. Oh, dude. Yeah, 100% Irreal. I was about to be like, oh, and also this. Which we can do. I mean, these two, like, that's a given. Both of these two are just... What are we thinking, Rosaria, chat? B at C? Really? B? We've got one vote for B, chat. What are we thinking here? I should probably look up her stuff. Casting rate of termination increases crit rate of all nearby. Oh, that's kind of sick. Huh. Did not expect that. She's usually used for crit rate transfer, but she is used for cryo support that don't need crit rates. So at C0, she doesn't really do much. I could see that. So B tier, I'm going to say C tier. I'm going to say C. Just from reading that and then talking with Dodge for a hot second, I think C tier. That's what I'm saying. Chongyun, what do you guys think? I don't know if I want to say A because I haven't used him much, but I have been intrigued by him since when I got Shen He. I thought he could be a really cool DPS. So B or A, chat. I was leaning more towards A, but I don't have enough. I feel like 4-star DPS characters, like main DPSs, I always like to think of 4 stars as some form of like applicator or buffer. Really, like, so they buff or provide some form of addition to things. Fun value would probably put him in C. Really, that low? You're going even lower to C. B, I'll go. Okay. Kongyun total C. He can only be B if Xingqiu with him. So dependent. Okay, in that case, we're gonna go C. Man, C tier is getting a lot of love already. Getting a lot of love. Kaya. See, I'm not a huge Kaya fan. I don't want to say D because I know he's not a D character. Kaya C. C is gonna get a lot of love today, I think. I'm not personally able to put Kaya in B. I just can't. D for sure. See my man's Dareth. Dareth, you get it. You get it. Honestly, we can look at Kaya's cons. Yeah, we can. And also, he sent me on a giant wild goose chase at the beginning of the game. I still kind of have a vendetta against him. Crit rate of Kaya's normal and charge attack against opponents affected by cryo is increased by 15%. So that's like having cryo resonance all the time, but I kind of hate that. So that one, I don't love that. I mean, it gives you more versatility, I guess, with having different elemental users on the team, but like cryo resonance. And you get that, right? That's it. So I feel like that's kind of meh. Every time Glacial Waltz defeats an opponent during its duration is increased by 2.5 at maximum. That's kind of cool. 3, it triggers automatically when Kaya's hit points fall below 20%. Creates a shield that absorbs damage equal to 30% of Kaya's max HP. Lasts for 20 seconds. The shield absorbs cryo damage. See, so for this, he'd really have to be I feel like for C4, he'd really have to be like out on the field a lot. Like, you've got to be using him for that to matter. I don't love his constellations. I'm doing that. Sorry for anybody that loves him. Let's go Yanfei. Yanfei, I'm going to say this. I haven't used her yet, but I have her at C6 and I really want to use her. Yanfei is cute, so A tier. I'm for it. After this event and the stuff leading up to the Serenity pot, like, I really like Yanfei a lot. I think her character is great. Her character design is awesome. I think her kit is pretty cool. C6 sounds like she would just be a beast. for as a pyro catalyst user. So I'm not opposed to putting her in A if the cuteness factor is going to take her from B to A. But again, we were talking C0, so she's really good DPS even at C0. I agree with B. I'm going to say A. I think Ireel had a good point. Cuteness factor put Yanfei up to A. So probably more realistically here, but cuteness factor, chat. We're doing that. Boom. A tier. Decided. Sayu. I'm just putting Sayu straight to B. I really don't want to argue this. I feel like as an Animo character, she's low tier, but she's super cute and fun, and she's really fun for traversal. I would almost even say this, but... oh, man, maybe I am saying this. I like her world traversal, but like in combat, though, I feel like there's a lot better Animo users. I'm cool to hear why you guys disagree with me or what your reasonings are, because I want to learn about this game. So doing things like tier lists and reviews, I think, help me a lot. She's so bad. That's what I'm saying. I don't love her in combat. She's going C tier. C tier. There it is. Decision made. The Ara queen herself. Is she better than C tier, chat? Is she better than C? Is she B? I don't think she's anywhere up here. I think she's in this neck of the woods for Lisa. What do you guys think? We're going D tier? She's D or C? Okay, I was gonna say she's in my mind, she's here-ish. I'm not opposed to that. I would say in my experience, Ara Queen is a D. Even her boobs, Boba is a D. I'm sticking with D. That solidified it. That solidified it. You know, okay, I'm gonna do this one next. I've used her on my Asia server account. I think B tier. I think B tier for Beto. She's double D's, but in my heart, she's an S. Are you talking about for Beto? I think Beto's a straight B because she's got a counter move, which I think is super fun. She's a great Claymore user. I've really enjoyed her as a kind of like a frontline DPS for me because I wanted to change things up with my Asia server playthrough, which I hardly ever play at all anymore. But I'm sticking with B on Beto. I think that's a good one. Ningguang. I love Ningguang. I love Ningguang, but I have not built Ningguang. A tier? Okay, so we're getting votes for A tier for Ningguang. And I'm not opposed to that because I feel like Ningguang has a really cool kit. Her attack rate is slow, but it's beefy. It's beefy. Oh, you got to vote for Ning at C. Ningguang is probably a comfortable B tier. Okay, so we've got A, B, and C is getting votes for here. I feel like she's better than C. I would say more in this area. I'm tempted to say B just because I don't know enough about her, but let's drop her in A first and let's go take a look here. See, I think again it's gonna be the cute factor that just kind of tosses her up to A tier for me. Ningguang requires a lot of TLC. Talents and she's geared, she's an A man. All right, let's see. Constellations. Normal attack hits, it deals AoE damage. That's sick. Jade Screen is shatters. Cooldown where it's at. That's cool for like rotation, and that's nice. 3 up. Constellation level 4. Jade Screen increases nearby character's elemental resistance by 10%, so extra defense. Okay. When Star Shatter is used, Ningguang gains 7 Star Jades. Okay. So cool. Like she doesn't seem like she'd be busted broken at C6, but she seems like she'd be pretty versatile. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. With that in mind, I think she's B tier, but she's cute. And I really like her character design, so she's getting boosted up to A. A tier. Yeah, her constellations do benefit her a lot. It's really good. It's realistic buffs, I feel like. It just makes her better. It's not anything that's like busted or broken or really situational based. It just seems like it's all really just good buffs. I think it's really good buffs. The Q factor in Ningguang automatically makes her S tier. I don't know. I will say this as we go forward with this. If we're like convinced they're a tier lower, but we really think their design is awesome, they're getting pumped up a tier. Because let's be real here, chat. A lot of the reason I want to play certain characters is because I think they look cool and their animations are sweet. So that's a big factor for me when choosing. Anyways, all right, Kujo Sada. What do you guys think? I've heard good things about her with the right team. Like, I would say no less than B. With Raiden, maybe S tier? I mean, I think that's pretty circumstantial, but would you guys go that far? Would you guys go? I mean, because I have a C5 Sada. I do. And I'm kind of sad I have not built her yet because I really love Raiden. I think Raiden's my favorite character. So I would love to utilize her. because I've heard she's insane. She's just a mid character. Sarah Azir is a D. Really? She's not good. So she's very circumstantial. Kujosara is A tier. Man, we're getting some divisive claims here. So we're getting people that are like she's A tier, and then we're getting people that's like we're getting very divisive. So it does seem very circumstantial for her. If she's an Electro comp, she seems wild, but without Constellation, she's pretty clunky. Oh man. I don't know if I feel comfortable putting her here. I want to say B. I don't see her being used outside of Shogun. I won't put her on ST. Other than that, I'm buffing someone. She's nothing. Oh, that bums me out so bad. I want it to be here, but I feel like with just how specific her utility is, we could bring in the cuteness factor and bring her up because I do like her design a lot, but oh, she might be C tier. Sure, she's hot, but we're talking about gameplay here in C0, so no. I mean, at times, the hotness factor will boost them up. So, Gujo-Sada, I am so sorry, but you shall remain here, and maybe you should even be here, but I'm not ready to do that. So you're going C. You're going C. Goru. Okay, I know nothing about Goru. Nothing. It's the same thing with Goru. So he's only applicable with Geo comps. So is he another C tier situation? Thank you, man, for stopping in for the quickie. Not that sort of quickie. F-class Goru is trash. Goru is a C6 Benny. Goru, C6 Benny. I'm going to go with D. I haven't used him enough myself personally, but just from what you guys are telling me, these ones that are so specific, because that's what we did with Chongyun. We said Chongyun, I was thinking maybe B tier, but really, without a Xingqiu or something like that, Chongyun's kind of useless. So if he's comp dependent, putting him down, he's going to D. So our last one's Yoonjin. Yoonjin, I feel like, has a lot of versatility. I know C6 is where it's at for her. I mean, C6 is where it's at for everybody. Can we look at her skills? Let's take a look at Yoonjin. Flourish her polearm in a cloud grasping stance, dealing geo damage. Hold, take up the opening flourish stance and charges up, forming a shield. Damage absorption is based on Yoonjin's max hit point, so she's shielding, effective against all elemental damage and physical damage. The shield lasts until she finishes unleashing her elemental skill. That's actually pretty cool. And then this is her, is that her burst? Granted, all the right penalties members a flying cloud flag formation. When normal attack damage is dealt to opponents, bonus damage will be dealt based on Yoonjin's current defense. Wow. Okay. So she's like shield and attack buff. Using opening flourish at the precise moment when Yoonjin is attacked will unleash its level 2 charge hold form. And a counter. What's this? Normal attack damage bonus granted by flying cloud formation is further increased. She's interesting, actually. We have her at C2, but again, C0, fully leveled, fully talented. Yeah, I would say she's got to be up more in this area. Definitely not CD or C6 Benny. Yoonjin with Ayato, total B, but her skills are not total busted, so I want to say B or C. I mean, they don't seem busted, but they seem versatile. Like, I don't see how she could be necessarily bad with anybody. She's not like a Benny versatile. Yoonjin, B tier. So next week on Friday, we're going to do this again, but we're going to be looking at the 5-star characters. We looked at our 4-star characters. We tossed in a couple 5-star characters. I'm going to remove them for now. We're going to put them back in next week. Every Friday, guys, if you're enjoying this, we're going to do stuff like tier lists, and we'll do reviews and just kind of hang out and talk about the game in short form. I'm content with this. How do you guys feel about this so far? You guys feel good about it? I feel good about it. All right, everybody, that is it for our first ever tier listing on Genshin Impact. We did our 4-star characters today. If you enjoyed the content, please make sure thumbs up as always. That would be super helpful. And subscribe to the channel if you like content like this. Genshin, Monster Hunter, things like that. We stream here live Monday through Friday, and it'd be awesome to see you in chat if you could. But anyways, we will see you in the next video. Thanks for hanging out. See ya!